I just done my usually Friday workout. That's one of the reasons why I don't really like taking trades on Fridays, you know. I like to just focus on other things in my life, get my fitness right, especially being in the gym. I don't really want to be checking the chart and checking my trade, and I know it's coming close to the weekend. So I did promise you guys I'm going to break down the charts for what I'm going to be looking for next week. And yeah, so let me catch you guys in the lab. Yes guys, welcome back. I had a beautiful workout. That's one of the reasons why I'll be telling you guys I don't like trading on a Friday, you know. I don't want to be in a trade and be looking at my trade on a Friday and I know the weekend's going to close. But I only had like one trade this week. You guys know already that pull up to my live. But yeah man, let me break down what I'm going to be looking for next week. What type of setup I should be looking for in terms of gold. Because I already told you guys gold's doing the same thing that it was doing before. So let's just dive into it and go into the chart. And I can show you guys exactly what I'm looking at. Right? Let's get to it. So it's just like, you just got to wait and actually let it present your setup. So when I say it's doing the same thing it was doing before, I want you guys to look over here, right? I want you guys to see at this, around this level of 3,228, when this new indication was made with this low that's been created. And this correction broke this high over here. This is one of the reasons why I've marked this high, because the correction broke the high over here. So I'm looking at it from a 1 hour time frame, guys, right? And once this correction has broken this high and made a whole high before making another correction, I noticed that the correction did not break this low over here. So I was like, bet, there's a reversal that's about to happen. And a new high has been created, right? Then after this new high has been created, breaking past this high, I marked this high over here because I knew there were sellers over here that was pushing the price down, guys. And now we have another correction over here that's happening and coming past to this level over here. Usually, I did take a trade over here, which I put on my live as well. I've taken a trade over here, I put on my live. I'm going to show you the trades I've taken on my live, but you guys has already locked into my channel. You can watch my old video and you can see the trades that I've taken. So I saw that price stopped over here. So this low was created over here around 3,313 and made a continuation going upwards. So I did told you guys on Friday that usually this was my setup. I would usually take this trade on a Friday, but I didn't take it because, you know, like I had an L that I took on Wednesday. So I was just like, you know what, bet I'm gonna give that to you guys. And hopefully you guys took it because, you know, it went crazy up. So gold went back to the level of 3,400. And now we have a correction that's happening right now, right? So, of course, it's a Friday today, and I would have been going for position like this and aiming for this low, but I was like, what's the point of doing all of that and just be watching the chart on a Friday? I was like, you know what? There's the only thing I can do is just wait till next week and see exactly what's going to happen and let price present itself another opportunity for me. So I just saw that price is doing the same thing. So what I'll be looking for now, guys, is basically, you know, price to probably come down here, do what it's got to do. And when price comes back up to the level of 3,340, then I'm going to be going for a long position, aiming for the next range area, which is going to be 3,369, right? This high over here, taking part profit, and hopefully price don't come back down to where my SO is, and I can scale the account if price decides to come up here again. So if price decides to do something like this, guys, yeah, let's move this over here. Price decides to come here and do something up here like this, then I'll be going for an entry, aiming for this high over here. So it's pretty much like the same thing that price is doing. So there's no point getting apprehensive and thinking to yourself you're going to be missing out on some trades. Just got to wait and let price do what he's got to do, and then hopefully when your setup comes, you take it. Those that come up to my live, they already know how I trade and what I'm looking for. So you guys already know how I trade already. So this is on a 4 hours time frame. If I look in a 4 hours time frame, I can see that the candlestick on a 4 hours time frame, we've got like 2 hours and 37 minutes left. So if price close over here, this is a nice opportunity to take for, you know, for a nice short position and coming out of here. But like I said, you know, each to their own. If trading on Friday is your thing, you capitalize, you're profitable on Friday, then yeah, take the trade, you know. But for me, I like to just kind of, you know, enjoy my personal life, my other business, focus on my other business, creating content like I usually do, and then wait for the weekend to come. And then, of course, on Monday, I'm not going to be taking a trade on Monday. I just really want to see what price is going to be showing me on Monday. And then from Tuesday to Wednesday and Thursday, we'll go from there. Let me show you guys the trade I actually took today. Not today, but this week. I end up taking one trade this week, was just this short position over here. This was taken on live at 8 o'clock. So I took this trade over here, then I got up out of there to this range area over here around 3,398. I should have, took a part profit and see what price was going to do. But hey, listen, my mind was more focused on a long position and, just waiting for a nice position to take for a long position to ride the trade upwards. But I had a few people that actually took in a trade over here and got around 3,362. So they smashed it, And also, when you go on a day time frame, I want you guys to have a look at the day time frame and have a look over here, guys, as well, and see what's happening on the day time frame. And notice, when price come up to this level, we have strong sellers that's pushing the price down all the time. So I kept my eyes on that. That's one of the reasons why I took that short position on a Wednesday, right? I thought, okay, cool. I will see what price does. I checked on a bigger time frame, 4 hours time frame, and one of the reasons why I took that trade. So I'll break it down of why I even took that trade. We're going a 15 minutes time frame, and the same setup how I used to take a long position, short position is the same setup I took on a 15 minutes time frame. So I noticed over here when price broke past this low over here, I was like, okay, cool, bet. It looks like there's a semi downtrend that's going on, and I took the entry over here, and price nearly actually got to my SO. Didn't take me out my SO. I wasn't actually watching it, so that was a good thing I wasn't watching it, because I would have probably been taking a little bit of position off. I'm glad I didn't do that actually. But yeah, price came down, smashed it. I ended up leaving price with like 136 satin light. I took like a 4,000, I think it was a 5,000 micro lot size just to test out the trade, and I smashed it with 136. So that's the only trade that I've taken this week. I didn't have no opportunity to, take other trades. I didn't see no opportunities to take other trade, and I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? Like I said to you guys all the time, price will always give me like 2 setup, 3 max, but 2 good setup a week. So, and if you're new to this channel as well, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you put up your notification bell, so when I'm going live, you can be locked in. I'm live from Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 9:30, so you can catch me on live as well. Also, my Telegram link, I'm going to add it in the description below, so you guys don't really miss out on my forecast. I'll be putting that on my Telegram. And my PGC group, which is a private group chat for me and other traders when we're getting into setups. Because sometimes, let's keep it 100. Sometimes I might see a setup and it might not be around 8 and 9 o'clock. It might be around like 4, 3, 6, 7 even, you know what I mean? And when I do take those setup, I always put it in my private group chat and say, yo, listen, look, opportunities over here. If you guys want to take the trade, you can take the trade, you can copy and paste. And I also got traders on the private group chat that's actually sick at trading, and they be smashing it. I ain't gonna lie to you. And I'll be looking at their shit like whoa, like that's actually a good setup. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, the PGC group is available if you're interested. You can send me an email. My email is attached to my description. So yeah, you can holler at me, shout at me, man. It's nothing. But like I'm saying to you, like, what I'll be expecting for next week is just price to just do what it's got to do. And when price comes to the level of that nice money flow area around above the level of 3,340, then yeah, we're going to be going for a buy and getting at 3,368, well, part profit, and then seeing exactly what happens after that. Like I said, trade responsible, guys. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, put your bell on, and I'm going to catch you guys next week on live. Monday to Friday, 8 to 9:30. You guys stay blessed and enjoy yourself. And make sure you trade responsible as well, Don't do no goofy trade, Don't do no goofy trade. Alright, bless.